welcome to Crochetmas Day 5. We are halfway through our 10 days of Crochetmas 2024, and I am so excited you guys are here and able to tune in. I know we've tried to hit a bunch of different times throughout these 10 days, so hopefully some of them work better for you and you're able to join. Hi, Anthea and Sharon, everybody. Lila, welcome. So happy you guys are here. I want to do just a quick little housekeeping. Today's free crochet pattern is at, if you go to craftyconcept.com/present, you can grab the ad-free PDF to make what we're making today, which is the hand sanitizer cozy little keychain to hold hand sanitizer. But that pattern is actually for like a little bundle of stuff. You'll also get, it was COVID specific to try to help people not be so panicky through 2020. But so it's a few different things, but inside of that bundle is also this pattern, which is what we'll be doing today. If you go to this URL, you can snag it for free, save it to your device. After the live, this will no longer work. The link will be broken. So don't save the link, save the PDF, and you have to grab it before the live ends. This is your showing up live bonus / thank you present. So you can grab that anytime during this live, but as soon as the live is over, it will sadly disappear. Today's freebie that I sent out to your inbox was a sheet of exclusive Crochetmas only wrap labels. I'm obsessed with these. I think they are so stinking cute. Of course, we have the horizontal and the matching thank you cards as well. I'll do another close-up of these when we switch views of my camera. But if you are not on the VIP list, you did not get these freebies. The only way to get the freebies that I send out every morning is to be on this list. You can sign up for free at craftyconcept.com/crochetmas, and you will start getting these goodies in your inbox every morning around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're thinking, oh, shoot, I love those wrap labels, Ashley. I wish I could have got them this morning. I'm going to show you some grace because we all need grace. If you email support at A Crafty Concept, let the girls over there know that you are now on the VIP list. You just didn't get them in time to get this freebie. They will send them to you manually. You're going to want this freebie because tomorrow's freebie coordinates with today's. So keep that in mind. Make sure you sign up to the VIP list so you do not miss out on all of the free goodness that will be in your inbox every morning through December 10th. Okay, for today's pattern, we are going to be making a little cozy keychain for a bottle of hand sanitizer. This one came from the Dollar Tree. I bought it last night. They also had a 2-pack for $1. That was a $1.25. That was a lemon scent. I did not get that one because I didn't want it to be yellow. So, but if you were wanting to gift these with some hand sanitizer, you can get 2 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree if yours has them. Also, just take a moment for this cup. I'm obsessed with it. It is full of Dr. Pepper. Okay, I think that is all of the housekeeping. Hello, Australia. Just a girl, so glad you could make it. Canada. Oh, so much fun. People from all over. Crochet just bringing people together. I love it so much. Let's go ahead and switch over to my other camera angle here. So far for Crochetmas, we have made the Crafty Boho Santa hat. I'm wearing one today. If you want to just see it on a human being, we have made, that was day 1. Day 2, I think, was this one. Now I've got my days confused. Day 2, we made, yes, the hamster. Look how cute she is. The little nose. Day 3, we made the Gracie doll holiday dress. And I was telling the girls that were able to jump on a little early. I did make a Grinch version of this. This phone is right smack in front of my face. Okay, I wanted to show it to you guys really quickly. We talked about it during day 3's live, how fun it would be to make a Grinch version. Look how festive. I think my puff paint heart might still be drying. But isn't it so cute? And I also made her little Grinchy shoes. Grinch inspired. This is a copyright character. This is not Grinch specific, and it's not a pattern. This is the pattern. That's the pattern, not this. So No copyright infringement here. And then yesterday we made the soap sack or soap holder or soap cozy or whatever you want to call it. It holds a bar of soap while you shower. This is an excellent stocking stuffer, gift card holder. You could put small gifts in here, little candies, little toys. You could put anything you wanted into this little guy. And then they also could use it as a soap sack once they get finished eating all this candy that you put in here. So that is what we have done so far. And then let me give you this view here of our little hand sanitizer keychain cozy. That is what we are making today. I am going to be giving instructions for how to modify this pattern if your hand sanitizer is a little bit of a different size than this one is. And I want to show you these up close because I said I would. Aren't they cute? The little retro Christmas party animals. This was today's freebie that went out this morning. I would love to know in the comments which set of wrap labels did you like better. Day 1, which was Pink Christmas, and then day 5, which is Retro Christmas. Let me know in the comments which one you liked better. I am curious. I love them both. I think it's very hard to pick one, but I would love to know which one you guys like better. Okay, so for today's pattern, you will need... The pattern calls for cotton yarn, and it doesn't have to be cotton specifically. I just wanted to use cotton because cotton is easy to wash and dry if it gets dirty from being on your backpack or purse every day, all day long. I thought that could be a little gross. Oh, day 1, day 5, day 1. So fun. If you don't want to use cotton, you don't have to, but I would suggest trying to choose a yarn that is not super duper stretchy. And this one I made last night so we'd have a sample with I Love This Cotton, which is my favorite soft cotton. And this one is a little bit loosey-goosey for what we need it for. I mean, it's fine. It works fine, but it is a little bit loosey-goosey. I would prefer it be a little bit stiffer. And so for today's video, I am going to be using Dishy cotton. I talked about it in, I don't know, a couple days ago. I can't remember what day it was, but I also talked about Dishy cotton is my favorite, not as soft cotton. It's not a rough cotton. It's just not as silky soft as I Love This Cotton. This is I Love This Cotton. That's the one that I made. This one out of the color is called Sage. This one is a light pink color. It is not like a dark. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember if they had multiple light pinks or not. This one is like a baby pink, not like a mauve or a boho pink. It's like a soft pastel baby pink. So if you're looking at the website, Lila, if you email support at acraftyconcept.com, the girls will take care of you and make sure you get that freebie. Peaches and cream will be perfect, Rhonda. No problem. Okay, so that's the cotton I'm going to be using. You can use any, if you want to stick with this pattern specifically, any worsted weight yarn, but I think a sturdier yarn is going to be more ideal for this pattern specifically. I'm going to be using my 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. There's a G, Clover Moore brand, a pair of scissors, a button to sew on. This one is a little bit smaller than a quarter. It's very close to the size of a quarter, I would imagine. Just a little bit smaller than a quarter. And a keychain of some sort. I will be using this one tonight, but you can see this one was made with a different keychain finding. You could use an actual circular keychain. Any keychain finding that you want to use that would be sturdy enough to hold on to like a bag. I wouldn't use the little like lanyard, the little dainty ones that might not hold. That would probably just open right up, but you can use any other like keychain specific. I'm going to be using this one because I don't have to attach it at the beginning, and I'm going to discuss that with you once we start the pattern. So let's go ahead and grab the pattern, and I'm going to bring it over here. I also wanted to say, you see how this is curling up? I hate that. That irritates me. If I wanted to, I could block it or even just run the steamer over it a little bit and then stretch it to make it stay like this way, and it would fix very easily. So if you make one and you have something like this and it irritates you to death, you could steam it just a little bit and it will stay where you put it. It shouldn't be difficult at all. All right, so we are going to start by leaving some tail. So just long enough to sew it in. We're not going to be using it like we did with the dress and we had to like crochet with the tail. We're not going to be doing that. Just long enough to sew it in at the end. So it doesn't have to be crazy long. And if you are using a keychain like this one, that is not something that I can just open and stick onto there, go ahead and thread it onto your tail now. So imagine if this pink piece didn't open, I would just thread it onto my tail and crochet my cozy with it just kind of hanging out. I would just pull my yarn through there like it's just a part of it. That way, whenever we get to the time that this is supposed to go on there, you can just scoot it up. For the sake of this video and mine and Megan's mental health, I'm not going to do it because it will make a little sound. It will make like a draggy jumping sound while you fool with your yarn, and me and Megan cannot handle it. So we're not going to do, I realized that when I made this one, I was like, oh, that's going to sound awful on camera. So I'm going to use this one today. That way I can attach it separately. No problem. You can do either one. Both of them turn out great. Just giving you that pro tip. So we're going to start by leaving a long enough tail to sew in at the end. That's probably too long, but better safe than sorry. And making a slip knot. We're going to chain 42. Now, Rhonda is making one that is a different size. So let me tell you the size of this guy. I got my tape measure here. This one is a 2-ounce bottle, and it is about, I don't know, 3 inches tall, approximately. Not counting the 4 inches tall if you count this. 4 inches tall if you count the lid, but like 3 inches for the body, and then like 2 for the width, okay? So that's the size rectangle I am working with for my hand sanitizer. 42, a chain of 42 works well for this because we will need, it needs to be big enough to fold in half. You fold it in half and your hand sanitizer will fit down in there, but then you also have some left over for the flap. So if you see, we have the flap portion as well, and these two pieces, it's just folded up. So you want to make sure your chain is over double the length of your cozy, of your hand sanitizer. So almost like not quite triple, but close. You see the difference? It's like 5 stitches off. So 10 stitches off from being triple. We're not making it, we need it double and then a little bit more for the flap. So for this size, 42 works fine. So I'm going to chain 42. I'm going to have to count these. So I'm going to try to do it in my head. Bear with me. $20, 4, 26, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 42. Okay, and now I'm going to measure it because I know I got my people in here that want to know the numbers. My number people. This is for you. We are looking at about 11 inches approximately, which makes sense because 3, 6, well, that's, yeah. So my thing is 3 inches, and this is way more. 9 would be triple of my thing, but it's, you got to make room for the folds. It's not exactly skin tight, so you're making a little bit of wiggle room in there, so it's not squeezing it to death. So we're going with 11 inches, and that is for a 3-inch long, 2 inches wide hand sanitizer. Now we are going to single crochet all the way down for 41 stitches in the back bump. We've done the back bump, I think, with every pattern so far. It's my favorite method for single crocheting on your chain. So this is your V stitches the V that is made when you make a chain stitch. To find the back bump, we're just going to tilt this forward, and all of these little horizontal bumps that are connecting your V's, that's your back bump. So we're going to skip the back bump closest to our hook, which is this one, and we're going to insert our hook into the second back bump from our hook, and we're going to place a single crochet. That is not nastiness in my fingernail. That is black paint, because I was painting the legs of my nutcracker and I got it everywhere. Could not get it out of there. So this is where we're going to place a single crochet. I yarn under. You can yarn over. Doesn't matter. You do you. That's a single crochet. We're going to do that all the way down for a total of 41. And I will not be counting because I counted my starting chain, and that should be good enough. Also, we do have wiggle room. I could also, if I wanted to, go down a hook size and make it a little bit tighter around my cozy, because this one has some wiggle room. I think Dishy cotton is a little tiny bit smaller than I Love This cotton, so I'm hoping that the pink one will fit a little bit better. The green one is a little loosey-goosey, but you know what? That's fine, because maybe you could put your lunch money in there. Roll up a couple, like a $5 bill, stick it in there behind your hand sanitizer. It can be your emergency coffee fund or something like that. So it's no problem. Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Hello, hello. How do I sign up to be a VIP? So Kelly, you can, Mackenzie grabbed that link for you. But for anybody else who's wondering, if you go to acraftyconcept.com/crochetmas, you can sign up to become a free VIP and get all kinds of fun freebies in your inbox every single morning. If you want to grab the ad-free PDF for this pattern, you can go to acraftyconcept.com/present. Mackenzie will pop that up on the screen for you so you can see. That will be disappearing as soon as this live is over. So if you want to grab the ad-free PDF as a free thank you for showing up live and hanging out with me, you can go to acraftyconcept.com/present. Excellent. We are almost to the bottom of our starting chain. 2 more. Now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. Is the Dishy cotton like the peaches and cream? It's a little bit softer than peaches and cream, Megan. The best way to think of Dishy cotton is it feels like your favorite pair of blue jeans, especially after you wash it. After you wash it the first time, it feels amazing, but it's not silky soft like I Love This cotton is. Okay, for row 2, we are going to just single crochet 1 time. So rows 2 through 5. If your hand sanitizer cozy, also Rhonda, the quickest thing you can do is go down a hook size. So use an E, or so like an F. Use an F or an E even if you need to go down that small. But that would be the quickest way. If yours is just a slightly smaller rectangle, that would be the quickest way. But if you need to adjust the width of your finished cozy, how many rows that you do will affect that. So chains for the length, rows for the width. We're going to do 5, and then we're going to make our little slit here, and then we're going to do 5 more. So whatever, if you want to do 4 and then 4 more, that's fine. But keep in mind that you're going to go halfway. So if you need to change row counts, you can, but know that you're going to go halfway before we start adding our little slit and keychain and all that good stuff. Oh, Anthea, you can do it. I have faith in you. So we're just going to single crochet 1 time in each stitch all the way down, chain 1, turn our work for a total of 5 rows. This is row 2. So that's going to give us some time to chit chat. Kelly got all signed up for the VIP list. Excellent, Kelly. Welcome, welcome. Anthea's a chunky yarn gal. Tomorrow's pattern uses chunky yarn, Anthea. That'll be fun. I thought about switching it up and using smaller yarn and following the same pattern, but I think I'm just going to stick to the original design. The tomorrow's pattern is guest posted by Summer of Sister Stitch Co. Me and Mackenzie love her to death. Her style is so, I'm so jealous. Like, I wish it came as naturally to me as it does to her. She makes everything look so beautiful. Let's see. I think a couple of folks said they're going to be watching 4 Christmases this weekend. Some people said maybe even tonight. Oh, perfect. Carly got it all signed up. Excellent. I want to watch it this weekend too. I think the weekend, maybe tonight, but probably just the weekend sometime would be fun. I haven't got to watch it yet this season. Chain 1, turn our work. We're just going to keep it going until we have 5 total rows. This is another very good car project if you're a passenger princess, or if you'd like to just crochet while you're out and about, maybe watching your kids practice, sitting in the car rider pickup line. I mean, some people crochet at church. I've never crocheted at church, but I don't think it should be frowned upon because some people need to keep their hands busy in order to focus. So I take really a lot of notes at church because I have to keep my hands busy in order to focus. But some people crochet at church. And I think this is a good project because you don't really have to think about it. You just kind of go to town, just like the Gracie doll dress, the bottom portion, and the soap cozy. Those ones are very mindless, which are my favorite kind to do because I can turn on my show or I can ride in the car and I don't have to look at it too much, so then I don't get super car sick. I do need to make sure I figure out what I'm going to make on my Gatlinburg trip in a couple weeks. Probably soap cozies, but I might make something new. I don't know. We'll see. Chain 1 and turn our work. Have you seen Holiday in Handcuffs? I have not. Thanks for the recommendation. Lila said she bought one of Sister Stitch Co's patterns yesterday. She is truly stellar. Truly. You have to let her know that Crochetmas sent you to her because she was gracious enough to let me film her pattern live. And then the replay is going to be here. So some people might not want me to do that, but she was like, absolutely knock yourself out. Same for Miranda of Crazy for Crochet Mama. She is the designer of the hamster that we made on day 2. Both of those ladies are wonderful, beautiful, kind, loving people. I missed 20 minutes. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you were able to jump in. Is it Terry? I imagine it's Terry. So if you're going to want to make it exactly the same size as mine, we chained 42, and now we're single crocheting 1 time in each stitch for a total of 41, for a total of 5 rows. That's what we're doing so far. I just finished row 4. This is row 5. I can't sit still at church, so maybe I have to try and crochet while at church. Taking notes helps me. That's what really does it. I take very detailed notes, and sometimes I add little pictures if the opportunity presents itself. And it's helped me the most. It also helps me retain what I'm hearing, which is helpful. I'm going to scooch down just a smidgey. Is anybody attempting to adjust the pattern to fit a different size hand sanitizer besides maybe Rhonda? Another thing that you could put in here would be like lotion. If you could find lotion bottles about this same size or modify it based on the tips at the beginning of the video, you could do hand lotion keychains too. That could be helpful depending upon your needs or the needs of your ideal customer. Okay, chain 1 and turn our work. Now we're going to single crochet 13. So just going down 13 stitches. 3, 4. We're getting ready to make the little slit. 7, 8, 10, 11. I'm going to recount these. 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Excellent. Ooh, that would be fun, Elena. I don't know if you would be able to squeeze it with it in there. Maybe if you put it in upside down and then you didn't make a slit, but instead you made like a peephole. That might work. I've never been able to get my hands on one of those. We've been looking at the Dollar Tree regularly. I think I'm just going to have to go get one that's a little bit more expensive because we've been wanting to get one too, and we can't seem to get our hands on one. Okay, now we're going to chain 4 and skip over 4 stitches. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go into this one for a single crochet. 1, and we're going to do 15. So that's 1, 2, all for 15 stitches. If you had to change your row count, give me just a second. I mean your stitch count. We might need to modify here. I've lost count. Let me do how many I think is 15, and then I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Okay. So Rhonda and anybody else who may have adjusted their stitch count, your counts are going to be different. It won't be 13 and 15. It will be different. So the 13 is the front of my cozy. 13 before the slit. So this part. So compared to my thingy-my-bobby. Hopefully that's helpful. If yours is a little smaller, you will want to do less than 13. Hopefully that's helpful. And then for the other one, I guess it would be 13, the same number, and then add a couple to make room for your fold. So maybe add 2. So whatever you did for the front, after you make your slit, do that same number for the back and then add 2 to give you room for this flap. Okay. I have a square shape. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's continue. Now, as the pattern says, now we're going to do something a little funky. We are going to foundation single crochet 3 stitches. To do the foundation single crochet, you just insert your hook into the side of the last single crochet we just did. Grab your yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over or under, pull through 1. This is the chain space we will insert our hook for the second foundation single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. That completes your first foundation single crochet. Now we're going to go back into that chain space that we made when we pulled through 1. That's going to be where we place our second foundation single crochet. So grab your yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. That's our new chain space for the third one. Yarn over, pull through 2 to complete the single crochet. That's 2. Now we're going to go one more time down into that guy. Grab your yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. If we were going to keep going, that would be where we went for our fourth one, but this is our last one. Pull through 2. Now we are going to continue to single crochet, but if you already have your keychain finding on your working yarn, you're going to want to take your hook out, slide the finding over this little leg that we crocheted, and then kind of pull it to the side and then keep going. So if this was hanging out on this had been hanging out the whole time, I would take it over my little leg that we just made and then continue crocheting along. But now is the time to pull over your keychain finding. Mine opens, so I don't have to do that. I talked about that at the beginning, but if you missed it, that's what's going on. Now we are going to single crochet the rest of the way, which should just be 5 more stitches. Continue row 6 with 5 more. So, but we're not skipping any stitches this time. So this is where our 15th one went. Then this is going to be where the next one. We're not skipping any stitches. We've just added this little portion here to hold the key ring. So we're going to go right into this guy, and that's where we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 more. Oh, we got another thing. So we're just going to do 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to finish with 2 more single crochets. So I did my 5 after my little leg, then I chained 2, skipped 2 stitches, and then we've got 2 single crochets left. Chain 1 and turn our work. This is our buttonhole. That's our buttonhole. So if you've got a smaller button, just chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet 3. For this size button, which is about the size of a quarter, we're doing 2. But that is the buttonhole to close or shut. So now we are going to do rows 7 through 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we had 5 rows up until this point. We're going to have 5 rows left. So we're just going to single crochet. It should be 41 stitches if you are staying along the same counts as this one. I'm going to show you what we're going to do when we get to these weird spots. So we have 2 chain spaces here. We're going to single crochet into them as if they were stitches. That one got a little tight. Do you see that tiny little bump? So I'm going to have to I might stretch it out before. Okay, I think it's going to be fine. So we're just going to single crochet right into those chain spaces that we made as if they were stitches. If I can get it in there. Okay. That's one of them. And then the next one. Okay, now we're at 4. We're going to single crochet. And when we get to this little leg that we made, 4 and 5, we're going to pretend it's not even there. So we're just going to pooch it towards the front of our piece. This is going to be our front. Pooch it that way. And we're going to pretend it's not even there. And we're just going to go directly into this stitch over here. And that's where we're going to place our single crochet. So just kind of finagle it out of your way. Keep your tension nice and tight just for this one spot so it doesn't get super loosey-goosey. Single crochet. Perfect. And then we're going to go single crochet down until we get to our 4 chains that we left. That's the little slit that the sanitizer pokes out of. I'm going to go back and look at my little, yeah, excellent. We should have created a little bit of a loop. We did. So those stitches made us a little loop. And that's where, if you already have your keychain finding, it's already on there. But if not, like me, that's where I'm going to add it when everything is finished. Okay. And then when we get down here to our chain 4, we will just single crochet in them as if they were stitches. So that one kind of got pulled up. You gotta know what you're looking for here, because they get a little funky on you sometimes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. How we doing? Random question. Do you yarn over or under? I yarn under. That is just how I taught myself. I didn't even know there was a difference for most of my career. And then I learned about 5 or 6 years ago. And sometimes I'll yarn under if I need to, specifically for color changes. I think it's cleaner for color changes. But I'm much faster if I yarn under. And I will say yarn over because that's the lingo of a pattern. But you can yarn it either direction. It will not affect the finished piece for this design specifically. Okay, this is our 4th one. Then we should have 13 left. And sometimes I switch it up. You might notice that sometimes I do switch. Oh, don't forget to grab today's freebie. If you go to acraftyconcept.com/present, you get the Showing Up Live free gift, which is the ad-free PDF for this pattern, and there's a couple more mixed in there as well. You can grab that during the live, but after the live, that link will no longer work. Okay, ooh, grabbed a hair. Chain 1 and turn our work. That was row 7. So we just have 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 more rows of 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way down, and then we can start to assemble our guy. You know what I just realized? I bet I was supposed to leave that tail very long for crocheting it closed, but I didn't do it for my green one, and oh well. Maybe you can remember it for next time if you plan on adding these to your shop or making a bunch for Christmas gifts or making a bunch for a holiday market. Hopefully you can think of little things that will make it easier or faster for you, and sewing in less tails will make it faster for you. I'll let you know for sure once we get to that part, but I think you would be able to make it work if you wanted to. All the way down, pretending that guy's just not even there. I didn't even know I had this little bit of dishy in pink. I was going to be using a tan color, but then I found it shoved behind a bunch of other pinks on my yarn wall. I got very excited. I would much rather do pink. Chain 1 and turn our work. I designed this pattern in 2020 at the height of COVID because I was trying to do anything that I could think of that would give people a sense of peace any way that I could. And I was thinking these crochet patterns could help do that. There was also an ear saver, those little things that you can attach your mask to so they're not squeezing your ears all day long, and a mask lanyard and a mask little pouch to put your mask in, and like a keychain to hang from your bag, or like an extra one. I was just doing anything I could think of to try to help people when it was just such a scary, we didn't know what was going on. That's what made me start sewing again. I pulled out my sewing machine and taught myself how to sew masks. This was before we knew what would and would not work well, all the things. But that's another thing that I did during just trying to, man, it was not a good time. Trying to check on my friends that had brick and mortars like hairdressers and all that good stuff. I don't know. This was just something that I could do to try to ease everyone's minds, even in a small way, was crochet patterns that could help them during this time. So that's what I did. You're so fast, Ashley decided I'm going to keep watching for now and then watch the replay. I hear you, Anthea. I'm sorry. If I slowed down, we would be here till midnight because I also be talking. And if I slowed down and was still, we would never leave. This would be a lock-in style Crochetmas. What time is Crochetmas tomorrow, and what are we making? Tomorrow is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am 97% sure. Yes, and we are making a slug plushie that was designed by Summer of Sister Stitch Co. We will be using blanket yarn and then some sort of textured yarn, either Sherpa or faux fur, or even just another color of blanket yarn if you wanted to mix it up in that way. I was going to go to Richmond. It's the city that has all the things in it. Berea. I live in Berea. It doesn't have much things, but Richmond does. I didn't leave my house because it is 20 degrees outside. I haven't left my house, so I will be choosing yarn from my yarn wall. I still haven't nailed down which 2 colors I'm going to do yet. But that's what we will be making tomorrow. I'll probably be using either puff paint for the eyes or embroidering sleepy eyes. I'm not sure yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 more row, and then that will be our 11 total rows. Oh, Carly, the replay will be available. So you can catch the replay. I know it's not as fun as being live, but hopefully it's the next best thing. Thanks, Anthea. I do need to take a drink of my Dr. Pepper, so hopefully this will help anybody who is still trying to catch up. Gabe doesn't like my Christmas cup because he said that the way it's shaped would be very likely to drop it, but it stays right in your hand. Will the video be up to follow? I'm still trying. Absolutely, Jessica. This will be available forever. The replay will be on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it at any time. And you can also, if you're watching the replay, you can adjust the playback speed and make it faster or slower if you need to. That way, you can do it at your own, like you can control it, which is lovely. If you click on the little gear icon, you can change the playback speed. Okay, now we have done our 11 rows. Chain one and turn. Now we need to fold your rectangle. To form the body of your crochet hand sanitizer cozy, pair the first set of 15 stitches up with the next set of 15 stitches. I like to put a stitch marker. Okay, so keeping my yarn attached, I'm just gonna pull that out. We're gonna fold this guy 15 stitches on top of 15 stitches. So I'm going to count up, let's see, 41. I could go this way. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 into the next one. That's going to be a stitch marker. And I think where are all of them? There they are. Do it again on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 into this one. I believe that is correct. I don't know if it's that one or the one that's at 30 plus 11 is 41. Yes, that should be the 30th single crochet from this end. Oh, it's a Christmas tree. I love it. Oh yeah, Rhonda, you do you, sister. My elbow. I do have my sleeve on under here. My elbow's still hurting. I can't stop crocheting, so it's just gonna have to hurt. That's where I'm at. Ugh. Okay. So we're gonna fold this guy in half, making sure your little loop is inside your work, because this is gonna be inside out. So hide this guy inside for now, because then we're gonna flip it. Okay. So we're going to line up these 15 stitches with these 15 stitches, and I've got them marked, so I'm just going to insert my hook into the 15th, well, the 30th stitch on this side, and then into the stitch, the last one from the last row where my working yarn still is. And then I'm going to grab my working yarn, and I'm going to pull it through, boop, and boop, and then I'm going to chain one. Now we are just going to single crochet these together. You could also slip stitch if you'd rather. So we're going to go back into that same stitch, and then the one that matches it, and that's where we're going to place our single crochet, and that's one. Then this one, and the one that matches it, 2, all the way down, 3, 4, 5, 6. A slip stitch would work probably better because you'll use less yarn. You could probably go with either direction because this is going to be on the inside anyway, because we're going to flip it right side out here in a second. And those two, and then the last two, I think it just says, place a slip stitch in the last one. So right here, we're just going to go, so instead of doing a single crochet, I'm just going to go into there and make a slip stitch just like that. So you just go into the stitch, grab your yarn, pull through everything on your hook. And then we can cut our yarn and tie off. If I had left a longer tail like the pattern says to do, I could use this yarn to seam up this end. I wasn't thinking. I apologize. So we're going to have to add another bit of yarn. I'm going to, it's no problem. I'm going to go into this hook. There's no way that's enough, so I'm not even going to try. Into that stitch, into the stitch with my stitch marker, excuse me, and that's going to be where I add my next bit of yarn. And chain 1. Now I'm going to single crochet these ones together just like I did the other side, making sure to go through the front and the back stitches piece of the rectangle that we folded together. Okay, should be 15 stitches. We are almost done. If you have not grabbed the live bonus, go to acraftyconcept.com/present, download the PDF to your device, and make sure you grab it before the live is over because it will no longer work after that. The link will be broken. It will no longer work. So grab that freebie, that free thank you gift before this live is over, and we are getting close to the end. So that's your little heads up. Get all the free crochet patterns saved into a digital folder or printed off and saved into a physical folder, whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, my last one, gonna slip stitch and cut my yarn. Now because of that little show, I have 2 more tails to sew in. If I had done with this one, I would just have 1 tail left to sew in. Now I have 3. You're welcome, Deborah. I'm glad you like it. Thank you for showing up. Okay, now we're going to flip it right side out just so we can take a look at it. And I'm going to put on my keychain finding. This kind, I was able to I can open it. So I didn't have to put it on at the beginning. I can add it now, no problem. Boop. These are listed in my Amazon storefront. They're a great way to take a crochet pattern and turn it into a keychain. Like we can make little hamster keychains with these little guys. If you go to acraftyconcept.com/Amazon, it'll take you to my storefront. I like all the fun colors, but you can also do like white if you don't like all the fun colors, or silver chains, super simple. Okay, now let's test it out with our hand sanitizer, and then we'll add our button. Pretending these are not here. Those are all my tails I get to sew in. We're going to take our hand sanitizer, cap side down. I do like this yarn better than the I Love This yarn. I mean, I Love This cotton for this pattern specifically. I think it fits better than that other one was just a little loosey-goosey. This one's a little bit more snug, and I like it. And then this goes right on down. And that's where we'll place our button. Super cute. Yeah, those extra 2 stitches that we added were to add the width of the thing. So like almost an inch probably is what we needed to account for anybody who is modifying theirs. Also, if you don't love this, you could steam it with the steamer. You could block the whole thing before you assemble it if you wanted to, but I really think just hitting it with the steamer a couple times would do the trick. I mean, if you absolutely had to, you could just block this half and pin it down and then make sure that stays, and then it would not curl up because that drives me crazy. Like a cowlick. Drives me crazy. Okay, let's add our button. Oh, shoot. I need to mark it with this in here. So I can be certain that it's going to be, which it's probably fine because crochet has give to it. So it doesn't have to be exactly exact. I'm just going to, we're going to go for right here. I just kind of popped my crochet hook-ish, this area. Let me do this so we can all see what's happening. That area is where we're going to put the button. I'm just going to use my yarn. I made sure to have a tapestry needle that is skinny enough for my buttonholes, but long, thick enough for my yarn to go through. So this is the one I landed on. What like won't work with love? Oh, this was made with I love this cotton. It works fine. It's just a little bit loosey-goosey compared to the one that I made today. It's just a little bit like super flexible because of how soft it is. This one has a little bit more structure to it. Dishy cotton is a little bit rougher than I love this cotton. Yay, you're welcome, friends. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think this would make an excellent stocking stuffer. Now let's see if I can't get this in here. I might have counted my chickens before they hatched. Is that all of it? Okay, we did it. Just gonna sew on our button. Y'all, we are under an hour right now. That's amazing. Fastest Crochetmas video so far. Now I'm just gonna sew on my button, and then I'll sew in all of my tails, and then this guy's good to go. Super simple. These would work up really quick once you got the hang of it, I'm sure. You could probably do a little bit of an assembly line also. Maybe you crochet a bunch of rectangles and then you assemble them one day. Again, tomorrow's live is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be like we're just going to go to sleep and then we're going to wake up and do it again. Really quick turnaround time. And we are making some cute little slug plushies that were guest posted by my friend Summer of Sister Stitch Co. Get excited for that one. She has a couple different sizes with the pattern as well. The one that we're doing is the medium size because she guest posted it for free on my blog. But if you wanted to purchase the other sizes, she has them available in her shop. So if you were a good crocheter, you would sew in your tails here. I'm just going to cut them. I probably won't be gifting this to anybody. I'll probably keep it for myself. So I'm just going to cut my tails. Boop. And then I'll sew in all the rest of these off camera. And then I will post a finished look at it sometime on Instagram tomorrow probably. Let's just stick them in there. If you wanted to make yourself a little pouch for something other than something with a lid, you could just not put the slit in the middle. And then you have yourself a little keychain pouch that can hold lunch money or sunscreen, tiny sunscreens. I don't know, whatever your ideal customer needs. This would absolutely work if you didn't make this little slit down here. Let's see if it'll go in there with all the tails. I don't know if it will. We're going to probably pooch out a bunch of them. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, so cute. Perfect little gift for Christmas. I think these would do well at holiday markets too. You could put "I'm a perfect stocking stuffer" on like a little sign and stick it to them. I think that could look really cute. Let's switch over to my other view so I can show it to you dangling. There we go. So cute. I know the lighting is crazy. That's because it is pitch black dark. We don't have an option. That is our option. All right, friends. That was our quickest Crochetmas yet. So happy. Oh, can't wait to make one of these to put on my dog's lead. Laura, you could also put poop bags in here. You could put doggy poop bags and have one sticking out to where when you pull it, the next one comes out kind of like tissues. And then you could keep it on your dog leash. So cute. Such a good idea. Only thing is those are usually round. It would probably still work though. You could even hold a couple Walmart bags just so you have some emergency poop picking up or diaper throwing away or putting dirty clothes in, whatever. Walmart bags in here at the ready, on your diaper bag, on your dog washing leash, on your backpack if you're a college student or in actual school, like before college, regular school, teachers, people who work out at the gym, they could put it on their gym bag. All kinds of different people could easily use these in their life. One last time, I want to remind you to grab this freebie before we go all of the way. Before we go all of the way home, like ending this. acraftyconcept.com/present. That will get you the ad-free PDF for this pattern that we made today. There's a couple other designs in there as well, not just the hand sanitizer cozy keychain. After this live ends, this link will no longer work. So don't save the link, save the actual PDF. If you missed this morning's freebies that I sent to your inbox, so cute, retro Christmas thingies, they're wrap labels. You can sign up to the VIP list at acraftyconcept.com/crochetmas so you do not miss tomorrow's freebie. Do you want me to show you what it is? Let me give you a little sneaky peeky. I made these very specifically upon the request of the Instagram peoples, because I asked you guys over on Instagram what kind of freebie you wanted to see, and most people messaged or left the same answer, and they wanted gift tags. So like present gift tags. Ta-da! You'll be able to see it better tomorrow when it's in your inbox, but they match these ones. I hope you can tell that. I know I'm getting out of the light. But they're little gift tags that you can attach to the outside of your presents or your bags at your markets. All kinds of different ways that you could use them. So make sure you sign up to the VIP list at craftyconcept.com/crochetmas because they will go out at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're not on that list by 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they will not be in your inbox. If you are late to the game and are having some serious FOMO about missing these wrap labels, you can send an email to support@acraftyconcept.com and Mackenzie or Hannah will very kindly send you the PDF of your requesting. Okay, friends, that's all we have for tonight. I will see you first thing in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to wake up, have my coffee, throw myself together, and then we'll be back to crochet some cute slug plushies. Have an amazing night. I will talk to you very, very soon. Grab that freebie before it goes away forever. Bye.